Hey there, if you're just plain tired of being tired, then you've absolutely come to the right place. Tonight, we are going to cut through all the noise about sleep and actually build a real, science-backed action plan to finally tackle chronic insomnia. So let's get right into it.
First things first, if you're struggling with this, you need to know you are so far from alone. I mean, look at this number. Research shows that about 30% of people deal with symptoms of insomnia. It's actually one of the most common health complaints out there, second only to pain. You've probably heard all the usual advice a million times, right? Make your room dark, don't drink coffee late at night. But what happens when you've done all that and you're still just staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m.? That's the real question we're answering today. We're going way beyond the basics to see what actually works. And to do that, we have to start with the most common advice you hear, which all kind of falls under this umbrella of sleep hygiene. We need to look at what it is, and more importantly, where it stops being enough. So what is sleep hygiene exactly? Well, you can think of it as the basic foundation for good sleep. It's all about setting the stage perfectly for sleep to happen. A cool, dark, quiet room, a relaxing routine before bed, and of course, avoiding things like caffeine or a huge meal right before you try to sleep. And let's be super clear, this stuff does work for some people. If your sleep is just a little off because of stress or maybe some jet lag, improving your sleep hygiene is often all it takes to get you right back on track. It's a great starting point. But for chronic insomnia, and we're talking trouble sleeping at least 3 nights a week for 3 months or more, it just doesn't cut it. And this chart really shows you why. See, sleep hygiene focuses on the external stuff, the environment. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or CBT-I, goes way deeper. It's a whole structured program designed to target the root causes, the thoughts and behaviors that have turned a few bad nights into a problem that just won't go away. And this is exactly why CBT-I is called the gold standard treatment for chronic insomnia by doctors and experts all over the world. It's not about changing your pillowcase. It's about fundamentally changing your entire relationship with sleep. So you have to wonder, how does that even happen? How does a little bit of trouble sleeping spiral into this long-term, super frustrating cycle that feels totally impossible to break? Okay, this model here explains it perfectly. So insomnia often kicks off with what's called a precipitating factor. A big work deadline, a new baby, some major life stress. But the real key to why it becomes chronic is in the perpetuating factors. These are the things we start doing to try and cope. Things like going to bed way too early to catch up on sleep, or lying in bed worrying. And ironically, those are the very habits that keep the insomnia engine running. And that, right there, is the absolute genius of CBT-I. It doesn't really focus on what started the problem because that's usually in the past. Instead, it systematically goes after those perpetuating habits and thoughts, and it just dismantles the whole cycle piece by piece. All right, so how do we actually do this? Let's build out your action plan. We're going to walk through the most important parts of a real CBT-I program, step by step. Okay, step 1 is all about understanding what's going on under the hood. Before you can fix your sleep, you kind of have to know how it's supposed to work in the first place. Your body actually has 2 main systems that control when you feel sleepy. So on one hand, you've got your sleep load, or sleep drive. Think of it just like hunger for food. The longer you go without sleeping, the more this pressure to sleep builds up. And on the other hand, you have your circadian rhythm. That's your internal 24-hour body clock. It sends out an alerting signal all day long to keep you awake, and that signal naturally takes a nosedive at night. So here's the magic trick. For amazing sleep, you need that high sleep pressure to hit at the exact same time that your body clock's alerting signal drops. When they're out of sync, that's when you get that awful tired but wired feeling. The whole goal of these CBT-I techniques is to get those 2 systems playing on the same team again. So how do you figure out what's actually going on with your sleep? Well, you have to become a detective and gather some data. And the sleep log is, without a doubt, the most important tool you have. And it's not about judging yourself. It's just about getting an objective look at the patterns. Every morning, you'll just track a few basic things, and just use your best guess. No staring at the clock all night. This log is going to reveal the hidden patterns and give you the real data you need for the next steps. For example, it helps you figure out how many hours you're actually sleeping versus how many hours you're just spending in bed. Now we get to the core tools. First up is stimulus control. This is all about retraining your brain to connect your bed with sleep and only sleep. Then there's sleep restriction. Now, I know this one sounds kind of scary, but honestly, it's the most powerful technique there is. Using your sleep log data, you temporarily limit your time in bed to match the hours you're actually sleeping. This builds up a massive sleep drive and leads to deeper, more solid sleep. And finally, there's cognitive restructuring, where you learn to catch, challenge, and change those anxious thoughts about sleep that fuel the whole insomnia cycle.
Now, this might sound like a lot of work, and you know what? It is. But the effort pays off big time with some incredible, long-lasting results. Let's just take a look at the proof. The clinical studies on this are incredibly consistent. About 75%, 3 out of 4 people with chronic insomnia see a major improvement with CBT-I. I mean, that is a wildly high success rate for any kind of behavioral therapy. And what's even more impressive is that these results actually stick around. This chart, which is based on a huge analysis of many studies, shows that even though the biggest effects happen right after treatment, the benefits last. A full year later, people who went through CBT-I are still sleeping way better. And that durability, that lasting effect, is precisely why all the major medical groups recommend CBT-I as the very first thing you should try for chronic insomnia, even before thinking about medication. It gives you skills that last a lifetime. You know, in the past, the biggest hurdle was just finding someone trained to do this, but that has totally changed. New studies are showing that getting this therapy online or over the phone is just as effective, and people feel just as supported as they do with in-person visits. So what this means is that the absolute best treatment for insomnia isn't locked away in some specialist's office anymore. Between telehealth and some really great online programs, real, effective help is easier to get than it has ever been. So we've gone way beyond just tidying up your bedroom. We've seen that chronic insomnia isn't really about your environment. It's about learned patterns in your brain. And we've seen how CBT-I gives you the specific tools to break that cycle. The science is solid, the results are real, and help is out there. The only question left is, are you ready to finally take back control of your nights?